15 Things You Should Never Do in Vietnam. Located in the South China Sea, Vietnam is one of the most gorgeous countries in Asia. The country is rich in culture and heritage, which is highly evident in the food, beaches, monasteries, Buddhist pagodas, and many more areas. The place is very affordable for all the globe-trotters, but please note that the people of Vietnam are very particular about certain customs. So here are 15 things you should never do in Vietnam. Number 1. Never underestimate visa requirements. Entry into Vietnam should be taken seriously with all the necessary documents well prepared. Don't forget to fill up clearly the visa on arrival pre-approval paper. Always be courteous to the immigration officers, no matter if they seem cold. It will not bother them to refuse you entry into their country, so take note. Number 2. Do not attract unnecessary attention. Tourists will always stand out, but try not to pick pickpockets, snatchers, or muggers. Don't flash your cash needlessly, and wear jewelry, real or fancy. Thieves don't have the time to find out if they are real or not, a quick grab and go is what they look at. Best carry just enough cash to get along for the day. Leave the rest in your hotel safe. Number 3, don't get confused with the currency. The Vietnamese dong is the currency, and is in large sums, but $1 is about 21,000 dong. And notes may look similar, so always pay attention to your notes before handing them over. For example, check that it is a 50,000 note and not a 500,000 note, as you may not get your exact change back. Always make sure you and the seller are in agreement with the final price. Number 4. Don't take prices at face value, negotiate. Vietnam is known for overpricing everything. However, negotiating prices is widely accepted, even encouraged. These include hotel rooms, food, transport, goods, anything. Overcharging tourists is like stealing from the rich is okay type of mentality, except for the bare budget backpackers who are looked at as a hindrance to the tourism economy. Maintain politeness when haggling. Number 5, never underestimate road safety. Vietnam is notorious for neglecting road safety. At one time, there was an average of around 25 deaths by vehicular accidents each day. It is like a nightmare whether you are crossing the street, riding a bike or motorbike, or even taking a cab or bus. So always be cautious. Always be aware of your surroundings. Number 6, don't drink tap water. You never know for sure which is safe. A swanky hotel can just as easily have unhealthy tap water. Rely on bottled water wherever you go. You can purchase bottled water almost anywhere. Just refrain from buying from street vendors. You can't be sure if they just filled up the bottle with tap water and resealed it. Better to be safe than sorry. Number 7, do not just eat anywhere. Some tourists are quite adventurous and daring to try food anywhere. That is okay, experiencing different cuisines is one way to enjoy your trip. But choose carefully. Not all food stalls and eateries care about hygiene or food grade standards. For example, you may want to avoid any soup dish that you don't see boiling. This means it has been sitting there for a long time, and the owner didn't even bother to reheat it. Number 8, never think about taking photos in banned places. Be careful, there are places that ban photographs like the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, and military structures, or even personnel. You could spend some horrible time in a Vietnamese cell. Always ask politely if it is okay to photograph. And if you notice any military personnel around, best avoid the area. Politely ask locals permission to take their pictures, don't just photograph them without asking. Number 9, do not underdress just because you are a tourist. Vietnam is tropical, wet when it wants to be, and hot and humid, but do not underdress and show too much skin. Even if you have nice tattoos. Locals are still conservative, and see underdressed foreigners as showing disrespect. You don't have to overdress, be casual. Also, certain places like religious temples and pagodas don't allow sleeveless shirts, shorts, or skirts that show the knees. Number 10. Never bring up the Vietnam War. Some things are better left unsaid, and this tops the list. Locals will not appreciate discussing this topic. Many Vietnamese are very sensitive about the American war as they call it, and will not tolerate any foreigners, American or not, to mention it to them. That would definitely be an act of war. Have some common sense. Never discuss issues that are not tourist-oriented. Number 11. Don't use a random cab. The comfort of going to your destination by cab is really better than a crowded bus, or renting a motorbike. But the drivers most likely will scam you into paying more, either by taking a long way, or by fierce arguments that would put you on the losing end. Tourists are like magnets to people who will overcharge. Instead of a cab, get Grab or Uber, your hotel will assist you. Number 12. Don't forget Vietnamese table manners. Chopsticks are widely used everywhere in Vietnam. If you are not skilled, you may politely ask for a spoon and fork, and if necessary, a table knife. Or have your own with you at all times. Don't pass dishes using one hand only, even if it is light and not large. Using both hands is giving respect to the person you are passing it to. Finish all the food on your plate, especially at a local's home. This is giving respect for the cook who took the trouble to feed you. Number 13. Never sit with your feet pointing at a family altar. Most homes have a family altar in some corner of a room. There will be photos of family members, including the deceased. Do not seat across it with your feet pointing directly at it. It is disrespectful, and believed to bring bad omens. Most homes believe in this. You don't want to bring them bad luck. Number 14. Never underestimate the need for toilet paper. Better carry a roll of toilet paper in your bag, especially if going far. Public toilets don't have toilet paper or bidets. You never know when you will need it, but will thank your lucky stars the moment you do. While most hotels and restaurants will have some, these are in the cities. Outlying areas and rural towns will not normally have toilet paper. Number 15. Never forget you are in a communist nation. Lastly, never forget Vietnam is a communist nation. Rules, customs, laws, and people are very different. Do your research, especially with regards to their government and military. It would be tragic to make mistakes out of ignorance and suffer from them. Keeping this in mind will also allow you a more pleasant vacation in Vietnam. It is a nice place to visit, just know the rules, traditions, and beliefs.